Hi, what's going on? Mars Champion. A little bit of gratitude for today. Man, we got the sun shining. Beautiful Friday. So why not start the day with some gratitude? Well, middle of the day. Uh, I'm grateful for Source. To have a connection with Source. For me, Source, God is infinite, flow, universe, within, right? For myself. Uh, I'm grateful because I got my laptop. Uh, Started back up this morning, and that was dope because it was down for like 2 weeks, and when it went down, you know what I'm saying, screen was couldn't do anything with it. I could see, but I couldn't see. But I had another one ready to use, and I've been using that one. That's not the same, but I was still using it. Uh, I didn't complain about the other one not working. I was just like, look, I have what I have, and we're gonna get done what we need to get done. So last night, before sleeping, all last night, like, yo, tomorrow we are doing gratitude. We're going to edit this video from the podcast last night. Another gratitude as well. Thankful for Naeem for coming through, blessing the pod as well. Um, so I was like, yeah, we're gonna do that. And then I walked over, picked it up. I said, you know what? We're gonna see what's up. We can figure this out. And I thought of the homie Kelly, who is well versed in all electronics. Kelly Lawrence, check him out. Yeah, he know his thing about that. So I was thinking of that. Turned it on. Did a couple clicking. Control Alt Delete. Couldn't see things. Just moving the cursor around. Now when I move the cursor around, it's got that arrow. And then as I would move it around the screen, which I couldn't see anything on the screen. All I could see was, a file in the corner with an X, the box and whatnot. Couldn't click on that. So I would move the screen around, and then the cursor would turn into the eye. So I'm like, wait a minute. If I can move that around, I don't see nothing on the screen, but I can see that move and that change. Then I moved it up a little bit, then it turned into the hand, which I started clicking because I'm like, well, that's something. And then it went back to the home screen. It restarted. I hit the restart. It went back to the same screen where it was stuck again. So I'm like, all right, now that I know that there's something behind this wall that I can't visibly see, but I can see. I may not be able to see with my two eyes, but I can see with this eye, and I can see signs and symbols. So I just kept clicking. So we tried it again. And then we got back to the point where we could actually restart for real. And then everything came back up. And in that moment, there was a moment of thank you, because all I needed to do was keep clicking, keep clicking, keep clicking, keep clicking. Right? You're only a couple clicks away, and with gratitude, that's what it takes for me is continuously seeking, continuously seeking for myself, and it's dope. It's dope. Very grateful for the connections that I made with individuals because I can learn from you. And you know what I'm saying? I get my sink, you got your sink, and then we link, and then there's so much that I can dive into myself about, so much I can learn about someone else, and learn how you do what you do. That interests me. That interests me because, especially with the synchronicities and following my internal path as far as the challenges and the daily challenges and walking by faith, rediscovering faith, right? I am grateful to have a new discovery for myself, a recovery, I would say, a recovery of faith. Because for me, myself, I knew faith as one thing, or in this one space. And there was shame, there was blame, there's also excitement, there's also learning new things, making new friends, exploring yourself, um, enhancing your abilities, getting over fears as well. Because in those same religious school settings, you know, you had your programming, you had your racism, you had your prejudice, and I only put quotes around those because those are thought forms. They manifest themselves physically, but those are motherfucking thought forms, right? So even with that, you still were able to join a class so you could beat those challenges. You were still able to do the things that you needed to do to get through what you needed to get through. And for myself, I'm grateful that I went through what I went through, and that I'm here now. Here now, still. So I'm grateful for meditation. I'm grateful for breathing. I'm grateful to know that, and to apply and experience that. I can just breathe my way through. Just that right there, that's what I'm thankful for. I'm grateful to know what that does for me. I'm grateful to be able to visualize. Sure grateful for the fruit. Just ate some fruit. You know what I'm saying? Got some vegetables from the other day. I'm grateful that I ate meatball and Alfredo sauce at 3 o'clock this morning and enjoyed all of it. Even when I looked at my watermelon and cantaloupe and honeydew and blueberries, it was like, you know what? We're going to eat them meatballs. Because those meatballs remind me of my aunt. And she used to cook meatballs all the time. Not turning down this. And also grateful to know that whenever I woke up, and I woke up at like 7 something, I was like, yeah, we can go to the gym, we can do this, we can do that. I went right back to sleep. And then when I woke up again, I'm grateful to be able to say to myself, you know what? I'm not going to feel bad about that. I feel great about that. Thank you for the extra rest. And what we're going to do, we're going to get up and we're still going to complete exactly what we said we were going to do today. And that's what I'm grateful for. That toys, that shouts to my dad for that, for teaching, for instilling that in me as well. Given that program that I could follow and then take on for myself, it's all right. It's all right to get some work done. It's all right to chill too. Because just as hard as my father and my mother worked and put in that work, they still found time to relax, return themselves back to center. And that's only from what I saw. You know what I'm saying? That's only from what I saw. I'm sure there's thousands of programs they could run. They ran all the time without me being aware of what they were doing. These are my same parents, my same mother who just a couple months ago was telling me about the breathing exercises she was doing naturally, that she had learned from, when she was training as a black belt. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many things that are internal. It's all an inside job, and that's what I'm realizing for myself. I'm grateful for that, and it's all right. It's okay. Uh, and also grateful for myself. Grateful to know the abundance within is always there. Always has been, always will be, and ain't going nowhere. And the only time that I'm not aware of my abundance is when I'm trapped up here. I'm trapped up here. And let's say on that buys a dime. The universe never steered me wrong. The universe never lied. So go with it. Go with it. Oh yeah, and the man named Scott. Yeah, I will have to watch that documentary. I've seen Scott everywhere, whether it's on tombstones, road signs, a church. Scott. I've seen Scott everywhere, so we're gonna watch that. I saw the preview for that. Grateful to be out here with the tree and my infinity right over here. I'm grateful to be out here, man. Be out here and in here at the same time. Don't fuck up the feng shui. Grateful to smile. Passion and purpose. Having a purpose for your passion. And recovering passions, recovering purpose, recovering purposes, knowing there's so much more within them. So that's pretty. I love being out here. Especially like, you hear that? Birds, insects, wind, leaves. I'm very grateful for those who have given out their information on meditation. And it's not always just me sitting under the tree meditating, or being in my closet, or being in a closed out space. Just as yesterday, right before the interview with Naeem, a couple hours before, I start looking at the clock, and foot start tapping, and heart start to beat a little bit more, and around here, and it's not like it was before, but there's this internal struggle or this internal fight, these thought forms that come up, and I noticed it. I thank you for being able to identify that yesterday, and I had my CBD on me, and I remember reaching for it. Said, man, I should, smoke, take the edge off a little bit so I could chill. I was like, wait a minute. No, not this time. Not today. So I put the headphones on, and I turned on Lil Wayne, The Mob. Cut up for about a good 5 minutes. Do all the words, go through all the verses. And for me, leaning into the emotion, leaning into the nerves, leaning into leaning in, not staying on the outside and shooting from back here, just being like, all right, okay, or avoiding the contact, or you know what I'm saying, anything like that. It's like, nah, I'm going to the hole. We're going to the hole. We got an interview to do. So let's we're gonna take this contact, and it's gonna be all right. Learn how to learn how to fight through contact for myself. Learning to fight through contact. Um, so that's what we did. We cut up. We danced for a little bit. Um, and by the time we got through that, I was ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to go. So for me, recognizing you don't always have to, and it's alright. I don't always have to smoke right before uh, something is happening for me to take the edge off. Sometimes it's good to run to that edge, run straight to the edge, and just jump off that motherfucker. Because sometimes over the edge is another edge. Sometimes the edge is just a bridge. That's all it is. It's not a cliff over that edge. You know, it's just like me getting back onto that laptop. You know, the screen was blue, but there was light. I couldn't see what was behind the screen, but using my cursor, you know, using the hand, using this world, I could see that there was a world behind that. There's something behind that. And all I needed to do was just trust, not complain, be grateful, and continue. And just follow. And we got exactly what we were supposed to get. And that's dope. And that's dope. What time is it? What time is it? Oh, it's 1 o'clock. So, I'm gonna go back in, finish up this, finish writing the notes on the interview, upload it at 1:31, upload this at whenever as well for the gratitude, and we're gonna keep this going. We got our last soccer games tomorrow, and I think Moise has a football game as well. It's the playoffs. My mother's birthday is on Sunday. There's also a 5K on a Sunday, which is on the 14th, and 1 and 4 is 5. So that's and then 5K, K is 2, 5 twos is 10, or 5K, which is K is also an 11, so 5 11s is 55, which comes back to 10. And we got 10s all in the hands. 10-10's the birthday. 10-10 got us a Fortuna, the Wheel of Fortuna. So, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm thankful for input and output. I'm grateful to know that the more I continue to put myself out there, the more I am protected. So there's no fear. No need to fear. And even when the nerves come through, I know that the nerves are just that down here. Like, what about us? What about us? What about that last time you tried to do the thing and it didn't go so well? Don't you want to not do that again? You know, Stacy's been talking about how she applied for a loan for school and it came through. So, yeah, grateful. I'm very grateful. Very grateful to be able to witness joy, to witness happiness, to witness those things and what it also does for me as well. Those things are a boost. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. We're coming up on 20 minutes. It's been great and grateful. I love you. Have a good one. March Champ. More room.